Football's back, and Whole Foods Market has everything you need for a delicious tailgate or watch party. Level up your game day hosting with marinated chicken wings, chicken sausages, hot dogs, and more. Headed to a friend's house? On the way, grab crowd-pleasing snacks from Whole Foods Market, like Late July tortilla chips and Primal Kitchen queso dip. And don't forget the beer. Very important. Just check out that local selection. Elevate game day with Whole Foods Market. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly.
It's back to school time, and honestly, I'm a little worried about getting up out of bed to teach my classes. These new sheets I got from Brooklinen are just too good. Brooklinen is the internet's favorite sheets, and according to Wirecutter and Good Housekeeping, Brooklinen has best-in-class bedding. So if you don't trust me or their 100,000 five-star customer reviews, you know these experts have done the research. Brooklinen uses only the highest quality materials for all of their products, so everything they create is built to last. And not to mention, they're stylish. Comfortability and quality go a long way for me, as they do for anyone. But stylish? That makes Brooklinen a triple threat. So shop in store or online at brooklinen.com today to give yourself the luxurious sleep you deserve this summer. Use promo code OHD for $20 off your online purchase of $100 or more, plus free shipping on brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com. Use promo code OHD for $20 off, plus free shipping. This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 2275, The Meditation Diet, How I Lost Over 60 Pounds by Savoring, by Leo Babauta of ZenHabits.net. And I'm Dr. Neil Malik, reading you some of the most popular health and fitness blogs out there, with permission from the websites, and with a bit of my commentary after each episode. And with that, let's get right to our next article and continue optimizing your life. The Meditation Diet, How I Lost Over 60 Pounds by Savoring, by Leo Babauta of ZenHabits.net. Picture me 7 years ago, about 60 pounds heavier than I am now, with a chubbier face, a growing gut, and an addiction to junk food. I ate pizza, chips, cookies, fried meats and cheeses, French fries, and drank beer and sweet and fatty lattes. I was 32 years old and was headed for diabetes and heart disease and couldn't figure out how to change. And yet, a year later, I had lost about 20 to 30 pounds and ran a marathon. The pounds kept dropping away year after year, and more importantly, I was eating healthier foods. I now love fresh fruits and veggies, raw nuts and seeds, beans and whole grains that haven't been ground up, real, unprocessed food. How did I do it? I used a really simple method that's not hard to do, and yet most people will be unwilling to do it, even after I explain how simple it is. Here's the secret. I used eating as a form of meditation. It's a method that's thousands of years old. Buddha supposedly did it, among others, and yet it's so at odds with our current society that most people won't even consider it. Slowing down, pausing, really paying attention to the food instead of a screen. It's a radical thing to do, but it works. It's not even hard. Let's take a look first at what most people do, including the earlier version of myself, and why it adds up to bad health and being overweight. The standard American diet. Not everyone in the Western world will follow these generalizations, and I'm going to highlight the negative stuff just to make a point. The average American eats way too many calories and gets many of those calories from processed sugars, white flours, fried foods, saturated animal fats, and sweet beverages. We're talking about sodas, sweet breakfast treats, hamburgers and fried chicken, French fries and cookies and chips. Very, very little nutrition, lots of calories and sugar and saturated fats and sodium and added chemicals. Part of the problem is advertising and the fast food industry and convenience food industry. But another part is mindless eating. We eat not because we're hungry, but out of habit, because we're stressed or need a reward or are tired or depressed or lonely. Food becomes a substitute for these things. We eat while watching TV or reading on the computer or mobile device. We eat while talking with other people and barely notice what we're eating. And yet, the food we eat becomes who we are. It takes energy to grow and harvest and prepare and transport all of that food. In many cases, hundreds of living, suffering animals have given their lives for us. The food affects our long-term health, one of the most important things in our lives. We ignore all of that as we focus on other things. We skip out on one of the most critical elements in our lives because of addiction to screens, because of habitual emotional responses, and because of socializing patterns we're unwilling to change. Eating as meditation. I don't always practice this, but I often will use eating as a form of meditation. This is the opposite of mindless eating. It's a way to practice complete mindfulness, focus, awareness of thoughts and emotions, and gratitude for the food I've been given. When we do sitting meditation, we drop all other activities and just sit, paying attention to body and breath, being present with ourselves without expectation or judgment. Food meditation is the same thing, but instead of just sitting, we just eat. It's not eating for the point of rapid consumption or even for the point of sensory pleasure, though that does happen. It's about slowing down, paying attention to the food, really savoring it, being grateful for where it came from and who prepared it, noticing our emotions as we eat. The benefits of eating meditation are many. Food tastes better when you pay attention. You can learn to enjoy healthy foods when you slow down and savor. You eat less because you're not eating mindlessly. You naturally gravitate towards simpler foods because of the savoring. You begin to address the emotions around eating. You get a little oasis of slow mindfulness in your busy day. It relieves stress, and it's fun. The meditation diet method. So how do you do it? It's not very difficult. You can do some or all of the items I'm about to list. 1. Create space. Too often, eating is multitasked with reading or working or driving or watching. Create some space for the eating meditation. Clear away everything else and just do one thing. Just eat. 2. Put your food in front of you and consider it. The food you choose doesn't matter. It can be food you already eat on a regular basis, or you can consider a handful of berries, a carrot, some broccoli, some raw almonds, or walnuts. Sit down with the food in front of you and look at it. Notice its color, texture, and imperfections. Smell it. 3. Think about its origins. Take a moment to think about where this food came from. Is it from another continent or somewhere in your area? How did it get to you? Who grew it, picked it, transported it, and prepared it? What animal gave its life and suffered for your pleasure and health? Be grateful for all of this. 4. Taste it. One bite at a time, put the food in your mouth and savor its taste and texture. Is it crunchy, soft, chewy, grainy, syrupy? Is it earthy, sweet, floral, salty, spicy, oaky, citrusy, grassy, herbal, mossy, tangy, or tanniny? Think about what's been added to the food: chemicals, salt, sugar, or fat. How does the food make you feel? Consider what nutrients the food is giving you and how it's nourishing you. 5. Notice your heart. What do you feel as you eat? Are you hungry, stressed, sad, happy, hurt, angry, afraid, confused, lonely, bored, or impatient? And 6. Pause between bites. Don't pick up the next bite as you chew. Just stay with one bite, then swallow. Breathe. Enjoy the space. Then repeat the process for the next bite. Practice this once a day. When it becomes a regular habit, try it twice a day. Eventually, do it every time you eat a meal or snack, or have anything to drink. Expectations. This is not a lose weight fast diet. I lost about 20 to 30 pounds in my first year of eating healthier, but that's only about half a pound per week. Not a lot of progress right away, so don't worry about weight loss or appearance at first. This diet is about relearning the eating process. It's about changing your taste buds to enjoy healthier food, and about creating lasting change, about being more mindful throughout the day, about being grateful for what you have, about remapping our actions around emotions, about understanding what you put into your body and how it becomes who you are. So, there is no goal that you're trying to reach over the long term, like weight loss, six-pack abs, a reduced chance of diabetes or heart disease. The process of meditating as you eat is the goal itself. If you're being mindful as you eat, you've already succeeded. And so, success in this program is easy. You just have to do it, and you are a world champion. You just listened to the post titled, "The Meditation Diet, How I Lost Over 60 Pounds by Savoring," by Leo Babauta of ZenHabits.net. One of the OLD Network's core values is helping you to keep your mind sharp. Well, I've been leveling up my focus with Word Collect, which is a free word puzzle app with over 2,000 levels. Word Collect gets harder as you get better, so it's a fun and challenging way to keep your brain sharp and grow your vocabulary. I highly recommend you give this fun and addicting brain game a try. And right now, Word Collect is offering you 2,500 coins and 500 gems when you download and play. And those coins help. You'll need them when you're having a hard time reaching the next level. I've been there a few times, and I'm thankful they made it easier for me to keep going because I don't want to stop playing. So stop mindlessly scrolling through social media and keep your mind sharp. Just go to the Apple or Google store and search for Word Collect. So if you're like me and want to get fit with your mind and body, download Word Collect for free today.
Football's back, and Whole Foods Market has everything you need for a delicious tailgate or watch party. Level up your game day hosting with marinated chicken wings, chicken sausages, hot dogs, and more. Headed to a friend's house? On the way, grab crowd-pleasing snacks from Whole Foods Market, like Late July tortilla chips and Primal Kitchen queso dip. And don't forget the beer. Very important. Just check out that local selection. Elevate game day with Whole Foods Market. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Dr. Neil here for my commentary. There's a whole area of behavioral research that looks at this idea of mindful eating. Just as today's author Leo found out for himself, researchers have found that when we practice mindful eating habits, like the suggestions Leo gave us in this post, we tend to eat less food. Less food means we've consumed fewer calories. Fewer calories consumed over time leads to weight loss. There's another little trick we can use to help us eat mindfully. According to Dr. Brian Wansink, a nutrition researcher at Cornell University, if we use smaller serving dishes and utensils, we will likely eat fewer calories too. So instead of putting our food on a large dinner plate, use a smaller plate. If we want to consume fewer liquid calories, use a tall, skinny glass instead of a short, wide glass. These little changes will trick the brain into thinking we're consuming more food and more calories than we actually are. And through this research, Dr. Wansink found that by using these techniques, and even though we end up eating less food, we have the same level of satisfaction, meaning we don't end up feeling hungry after like we would expect. Instead, we feel as though we've had enough food. So, the next time we sit down for a meal, take a moment to consider the food, just like Leo mentioned, and the dishes we're using. All right, that'll do it for today. I'll be back here tomorrow for our usual Friday Q&A, so stay tuned for that, where your optimal life awaits.